Hi everybody, I'm Miss Karen at Adams Memorial Library here in Latrobe, Pennsylvania. Welcome to our March Inquire Within program. Now, since March is when Mr. Rogers has a birthday, his birthday was last week on March 20th, we thought for March we would celebrate birthdays. And to help you celebrate birthdays, no matter when your birthday is, we've got some activities and things that have to do with Mr. Rogers, but also the other PBS kids shows that Fred Rogers Productions makes. So I'm sure you know about Daniel Tiger's Neighborhood, but Fred Rogers Productions also does Odd Squad and Alma's Way. So we've got some things from those too, so you can help decorate if you're having a party. And there is so much. We've got even extra good stuff for this month in the take-home kits for Inquire Within. So please come down to the children's room and pick one up, or you can always call the library and have kits put aside for you, and you can pick them up through curbside service, and we'll have them as long as supplies last. So some of the things to decorate would be these Daniel Tiger pennants. You can color Daniel, and then you can hang this up and decorate. Or you could cut these out. There's hexagons, the six-sided shapes from Odd Squad that you can just put them on a party table. Or there's round ones from Alma's Way, where you could cut out Alma and Junior and all the friends and relatives, use those for decorations. Or you can have an Alma's Way sticker sheet, and you can have it easy. You won't even have to cut them out. You can just take these off and stick them on, and there's a coloring page on the back. Donkey Hodie is another show from Fred Rogers Productions, so you can cut these out too, with Donkey Hodie and Purple Panda and all Donkey's friends. And there's some activities in here that have to do with Daniel Tiger. So this is something that you can do if you wanted to decorate. You could make kindness loops. It's a little bit hard to see, but you can cut these out. There's a Daniel one, and here's Jody, Platypus, Oh the Owl, and Miss Elena. So you could color these. You could carefully cut these out. Might need some help for that part. And then you could loop them around, and you could make a whole chain, and you could write something that you would like to do to be kind, or something that somebody has done that was kind toward you. And you can just keep adding these on. You can get more paper, you can make more chains, and you can just see how long your kindness chain can grow. Here's another idea from Daniel Tiger. If you needed a gift for somebody, you could make a coupon book to give to somebody. There'll be a couple of index cards here that you can start writing things on, and you could hand that to somebody. You could write what you'd like to give them. You could draw a picture, you could hand it to them, and maybe you would give them a coupon for a hug whenever they're having a bad day. Or maybe you could say, you'll help take care of your pets, or help water the plants, or help in the garden. Whatever you want to do, you could make another kindness coupon, give it to people. If you needed treats for a picnic or a party or any time, you could make Daniel Tiger's striped yogurt parfaits, where you could have some chocolate pudding, or you could have puts in an orange stripe to have some yogurt and mix it with some orange food coloring and orange fruit, and just line it up so it'll look like Daniel's stripes. You could even use this Alma's Way invitation to send somebody to invite them to a birthday party or any kind of party. And another activity you could do was this one with Alma, where she talked to her abuela, her grandmother, and they talked about the things they like. Say, ¿te gusta? Do you like it? So you can ask people what they like, and you can draw the things you like in common, and you could put it on here, and then, you could have your own family book and talk about all the things that you like and don't like, and then next time you have a party, you'll be sure to get people their favorite things. We also have some different activities in this bag too, so let me tell you a little bit more about those. Here's another Daniel Tiger's Neighborhood activity. This one is called What Can You Discover with a Heart Frame? So there will be the instructions and a white piece of paper inside the kit. You will take your white paper and fold it in half and then cut out a heart shape. Now my heart shape, when I cut out, is kind of big, and so I can look through and see bigger things through. But if you wanted, you could make a smaller heart shape, and then you could see, if you look through the heart shape, maybe you'll notice something different when you're looking through the heart. Thinking if you had a bigger one, you could see bigger things. You could look up at the trees. If you had a small one, maybe you would like to look down at a ladybug or something like that. But maybe if you look through a heart shape, the world will just look a little bit different. That's one activity. Another one, I told you about the recipe for Daniel's parfait with the stripes. This is another recipe from Daniel Tiger's neighborhood, and these are for Mosey Amazing cookies. And Daniel and Jody made these cookies with Nana Platypus. So there's a recipe here to make these cookies. They have all kinds of good things. They have banana. You smush up a banana, and that's kind of fun to mash the banana, and some oatmeal, coconut, raisins, little mini chips, a little bit of honey in it. I added a little cinnamon to mine, so you can do that if you would like. Then you can make these cookies to share with somebody. And if you wanted to, you could even make a Mr. Rogers sweater bag. You know how Mr. Rogers would put on his sweater every day when he would come in and he would zip it up? Well, this is how you can unzip it. And if you wanted, you could even put your cookies inside, your Mosey Amazing cookies. They smell good. They're pretty yummy. You could put them in a Mr. Rogers bag and make it extra special. So in the kit will be a bag with the zipper. This one's a little big, so you'll have to make your sweater a little bigger, but there'll be some red construction paper in the kit. And there's a picture you can follow so you can make your own Mr. Rogers sweater bag and give a friend something that way. Give a friend something that way in their own sweater bag. We talked about how Donkey Hodie is also one of the shows from Mr. Rogers, Fred Rogers production, so you can make your own Donkey Hodie puppet. In the kit, look for a bag, and there'll be, I believe there'll be 5 yellow cardstocks in your kit altogether. You can use 1 or 2 of them. You can use one if you really cut all the pieces out carefully, but there'll be a second one in just for extra, so you can cut out the pieces to make Donkey Hodie. So she needs a circle for her head and another circle that you cut in half to make her mouth. Then she'll need a rectangle that you can kind of curve the edges of the rectangle for her body. She'll need her arms with her hooves on the end. She'll need ears. So that will all be from the yellow cardstock. And then there will also be some purple cardstock, so you can make her mane and her mane in the front. And there will actually be a tiny little piece, kind of a quarter sheet of white paper, so you can draw and glue on her eyes. And then you can just give her eyelashes. You can decorate her hooves. You can give her a mouth, and Donkey Hodie's ready to celebrate with you. Perhaps you would like to give somebody a fancy crown for their birthday. Ta-da! So you can make a Mr. Rogers crown too. Let me find that. You can decorate with whatever you have at home, but we'll give you some more gold cardstock that you can cut it out and make a crown. We'll give you another piece of paper. It might be green, it might be blue, it might be a different thing. I cut out hearts with mine, but you can cut out whatever you would like to decorate. And we'll give you some shiny gold paper. So if you want to make it extra shiny and fancy, you can use the gold paper to decorate your crown too. And then once you've got it to the right size for your head, you can just tape it, or I cut lines in mine so they would fit together. So I cut one slit going down and one slit going up, and then it would fold together like that. So you can do it however you can best attach your crown. And another thing that you could do, if people came to your birthday party, you could make frames with them. You could even take their picture and print it out, and they could put it in their frames. So this is actually made with popsicle sticks. You can make the picture frame was from Alma's Way. So look for the instructions with Alma's Way. So what you would do is glue some popsicle sticks together like this. Or if you wanted to make a little house, you could try it like that. Popsicle sticks, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 on this one. And then I covered it with origami paper. So there'll be some printed origami paper if you would like to use that. And then I had a picture here of the library friends. So I put that inside the frame. And then I actually glued another, it's actually an extra piece of the yellow cardstock. I glued that to the back to hold everything in place. But there'll be a few sequins in your kit. You can use that. You can just color on the popsicle sticks. You can use the origami paper. You can decorate your fancy picture frame however you'd like. You can give somebody a picture of yourself or put a picture of them in it, and or maybe, a picture of you and somebody special, your grandparents or somebody like that, and give them the picture frame. So all of those things, the materials to make those activities will be in the kit, and the other activities and the recipes will all be in the kit too. As I said, we'll have them in the children's room for as long as supplies last. And I really, 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 really want to thank our friends at WQED Education and Clearview Federal Credit Union. Those are our friends who allow us to make these kits for you and hand them out for you so you can celebrate birthdays with us. And I also want to thank you very much, friends. Thanks for watching. Thanks for coming to get the kits. But if you're not able to get the kits, you can always email us at kids@adamslib.org, and I would be happy to email you the instructions for the activities in this month's Inquire Within kit. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you again in April for some more Inquire Within fun. Thank you, everybody. Bye.